Good morning. For the March financial reports, I'm going to go over the income statement first to show where we stand for profit for the month, then the balance sheet showing our bank account balances and any liabilities, and finally the budget versus actual, which tracks where TCAR stands in relation to what we forecasted for the year up to this point. So starting with the income statement, we saw over $19,000 in dues come in for the month and $3,850 in elite broker awards income. And in total, TCAR earned $27,000, a little bit over $27,000 in income for the month. Our expenses for March consisted primarily of regular payroll, office expense, and ACH fees for the dues that were being paid online. See that there was approximately $2,500 in education expenses and $2,000 in elite broker awards expenses that was unique to this month. When you put together the gross profit and the total expenses that took place in March, we had an operating income of almost $14,000. Moving over to the balance sheet, you'll see that we have about $110,000 in the bank between our TCAR bank accounts. This is around $17,000 more than last month, and a lot of that has to do with the timing when we receive the dues and pay our expenses. There's also around $12,000 in undeposited checks. Let me scroll down here. And those come from dues that will be deposited now that our busy calendar has died down. There's not much to share along the lines of liabilities. Our liabilities, if we scroll down here, of $6,880 consists of dues that we collected on behalf of NCAR, NAR, and TCAB. And finally, our equity, our share of our accounts is $117,000. And then finally, showing the budget to actual. For the year to date, we're slightly behind our budget for dues collected, but we've closed that gap to about $5,000. See here, the total income is, and we're ahead of budget on expenses. So we have a $10,000 favorable variance there. Our education expenses are about $4,500 less than budgeted. This is due to timing of an event that was taking place last month instead of in March. And accounting and additional payroll for Jesse are also ahead of budget. We saw the accounting invoice come in April, so expect that gap to narrow this month so that we won't have quite as much of a favorable variance once April comes around. In total, we are about $5,000 ahead of budget, and we have $52,179 in net income for the year at this point. And just as a reminder, we front load the budget, so we see a lot of net income come in at the beginning of the year with all the dues collection. And then in the coming months, we're running at a loss when there's not dues revenue coming in. So don't be surprised in the next few months if we see a negative amount. We're still ahead as far as net income goes for the month. As I'm not with you today, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. If you want to send me an email sometime this week or give me a call, I'm available. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.